Good morning, everybody. This right here is my first ride of the year, and I don't even know what to say. After an extremely long winter, even my first ride was a long time coming. It just, spring sprung all of a sudden. And when that happens, stuff gets busy in a hurry. So all this week, we actually had some nice days, and I couldn't get out. So here I am, it's Saturday morning. I have 1 hour. I have 1 hour before I need to be back to the house. I had an hour and a half, but for some reason, even after months of extensive planning, it took me 30 minutes to find all my gear this morning so I could even go for a ride. But here I am. Holy mackerel, I can't believe it's happening. It is spring. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Yesterday was pretty cool. I thought this was going to be cool too, but it's absolutely perfect. I'm excited. I almost forget how to run my camera gear. So hopefully this turns out okay. And let's go for a ride. Woohoo! So I came whipping down to the intersection at the end of my street this morning. Gently applied the front brake like you normally would. And then realized, oh yeah, I changed my brake pads this winter on the front and haven't scrubbed them in yet. So there was some aggressive braking. I even had to reach for the rear for a second there. Got her woed up, and now we're about, what are we? I don't know, that was maybe my 5th stop back there, and these new EBC pads are grabbing beautifully. And it also feels like I've got more lever. Now, the steel braided brake lines I did last winter or the winter before, I forget. What else did I do? Oh, I bled the brake fluid. So that could have something to do with it. See if we can sneak past this fella. He's taking up a fair bit of real estate. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, brake pads. Yeah, so anyway, the front brakes are fantastic now. It's the original rotor and just new pads, and I bred the brake fluid. So that's the front brake stitch. Oh, the other thing is, I also have on a brand new set of TKC 80s for the spring of this season. Woohoo! It's exciting stuff. Nice to be running a full match set again. And it's also nice to be back on a tire that I know what it's going to do to me, within reason. Very predictable. And the KLR has just enough horsepower to get it around, but not enough to shred tires, so they seem to last a fair little while on here for me. Some of the guys out there riding the KTMs and the new Huskies, I think, may find if they're not careful with the power delivery, they could likely shred a set of TKC 80s in a weekend. Although I would imagine they could do that to just about any tire, to be honest. But on the gravel, I'm not hesitant to lean into it. On the pavement, I try to, I accelerate well, but I don't try to do anything that's really tire shredding. And you know what? Who cares? They're cheap. It's like $150 or something for a new rear. You guys might balk at that, but anyone that's come from a street bike background where a rear tire for my ZX12 was speed rated and matched to the machine, it and two others, I think, the GSXR 1000 and the Hayabusa, had a special serial number, and those tires were $450 a piece, and that didn't have them mounted or balanced. And at those speeds, you need that done, so that bike went to the shop for tires. So that was an extremely expensive proposition, and with the horsepower of the ZX12, you'd shred one of those in about 5,000 K. So, getting 4,000 to 5,000 kilometers out of a $150 tire that you change and balance yourself, I see as fairly economical, to be honest. Anyways, neither here nor there. We had a bit of a windstorm yesterday, as you can see. Got some limbs down, although not as much wind damage as I thought there might be. All right, back to the review. Wait, the update. It's more of an update, isn't it? So tires, brakes, oh, new mirrors. Yeah, I finally broke down, and actually Melon 1 did too. After the little tumble there on Manitoulin and having the whole issue with the threads down in the bottom of the OEM mirror, I decided to go with something that I can fold out of the way very simply, and something that I can put back very simply. And yeah, fully adjustable, pretty much bulletproof. I think if you break one, they'll replace it. Everything except the lens. I think this is, I think if you break the mirror part, you're actually, well, you just have another piece cut somewhere. Go to a local glass dealer and get them to cut you a piece of plexi mirror. But other than that, like anything happens to the hardware of it, I believe they'll replace it. So double take mirrors, front forks. I am saving my pennies right now for a set of Cogent suspension. I'm really happy with this bike. It does everything I want it to do, so I am going to bite the bullet and spend the money on a full set front and back of the Cogent suspension. Now, I don't know when that's going to happen. It's a little more money for us up here because of the exchange rate to US. So it makes it, well, it makes it it's fairly expensive actually. Not for what you get for the money, but it's just a big outlay. So I was hoping to do it this past winter. I had some other things I wanted to do to the bike, so it didn't happen. And this winter was really long too, so I'm glad I didn't. But I'm hoping by next fall I've got the funds saved up for that. That's my big spend on the bike this year. Excited about it too. Now, having said that, until that happens, I decided this past winter to change my front fork oil and go to a heavier weight. So if there was any discrepancies from the factory in how much oil was in each tube, which you sometimes hear about, guys draining them and finding that there's not the proper amount or it's a different amount in each one. So now they're perfectly balanced. They've got a heavier weight oil in them, which should help slow down the dampening. Should take some of the spring out of it. And yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's, you know, it needed to be done anyway. It's good to bleed them out. The oil was black. I wouldn't expect that next time when I do it in the fall as bad, but this was the OEM oil, and there's 13,000 kilometers on the bike, and a lot of that is sort of off-road, mashing through potholes, so yeah, not really that surprised. Good to get it changed. You guys are going to want to know how it feels, and I haven't hit any bumps really yet. It feels good. The bike feels fantastic. Actually, that front end does feel a little stiffer. Could be because it's cold. Oh, that's right. The other thing I did was I pulled the head and checked the valves again, which I do every winter purely because I'm bored. I know it's not maintenance scheduled, but I'm happy to report that they have moved. They have tightened up slightly, but only slightly, and I'm still well within spec, so I was able to leave, for the first time, I was able to leave all my valve shims where they were. Should get the season out of it, no problem. I did the Desmo bolt kit on the motor, which looks pretty cool. and everything is Allen key now, Allen head now. So that's done. God, it's nice to get out. So anyway, yeah, super excited to get out for my first ride. There it is. I think I'm going to leave you guys there. I've got 20 minutes of riding left to get back to the house, so I think I'm going to shut this down and enjoy. You guys take care. I hope you're getting out for rides. This weather, I think the weather everywhere should be pretty decent now. I think we're one of the last holdouts when it comes to snow. So, yeah, I hope everybody's riding. Ride safe, guys. Enjoy yourselves. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. Mind how you go, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. That's it for me. Mason out. Take care, guys. Bye for now. Hey guys, if you liked that video, hit the thumbs up button for us. It goes a long way towards helping out the channel. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button in the upper corner for new videos every Sunday. Be glad to have you along for the ride.